right, welcome back for another CBSI Hot 10 show. Make sure you go over and check out the article over on comicbookinvest.com where I may put a few extra little bit of details and tidbits that we don't cover here on the show tonight. And while you're at it, take a look at all the content we have here on the channel and let us know what you think in the comments down below. Also, make sure that you like, you subscribe, you hit the alert button so you don't miss anything. Keep telling your friends so we can keep growing the channel. And for those of you out there who haven't tried Whatnot yet, now's your chance. Use my link below and you get yourselves a free $15 to spend on whatever you want with whomever you want. You really got nothing to lose just to give it a try. It's a free 15 bucks just to get yourself something nice. So you'll help out the channel and you get something for 15 bucks knocked off. So again, nothing to lose there. And if you're looking for supplies to keep your book safe, use my code RENA10 for 10% off your BCW orders. Get your bags, your boards, your boxes, whatever you need. Get yourself a discount using my code right there. Now, with that all out of the way, if you just want to see the books we have for you this week on this week's list, just hang out for a few seconds after the intro, and I'll be right back.
Notable sales.
And our first book.
Got a big boy here. Fantastic Four #1. Beautiful Jack Kirby cover. 9.6 went for a record high of $2 million. Over $2 million.
That's a couple million.
What a beautiful book. I think this marks the fourth or fifth book this year to hit over $1 million.
Crazy times.
Where's that?
I like how you just breeze past that 40 grand, like, it's 2,040,000.
Yeah. Dude, Fantastic Four. It's about time. I wish DC would see the same type of love that Marvel sees. You know what's coming with Marvel? You got some X-Men showing up. X-Men keys fly up there. First appearances, giant size X-Men, stuff like that. Fantastic Four, we get a lot of news. Doesn't matter what the news is. All of a sudden, we get a little bit of respect shown to, Fantastic Four 1. It's great. 2 million. Jeez.
That's some expensive paper.
I mean, could you imagine what the 99 is going to go for? Somebody's just going to crack. That's what they're doing, right? They're cracking this, pressing it, and submitting it 99 pre-screen.
Well, I think we need a 9.8 first, right? Is there a
no? Just skip over it. They don't give 9.8s anymore. They only give 9.9s now.
Because I thought I only saw two of the 2 9.6s, I think, in the census.
I think I'm going to pre-screen at Baltimore 9.9s.
I got my $2 million book. Let me just crack this up here and
crack this open.
Just leave this on the table.
Hey, but also, congratulations to whoever kept this, but also you're a loser if you kept this book in this good of shape. Because it means you didn't read it. Get out of here. Acting like you're a comic book fan.
Maybe they had one to read and one to save.
Get out. No. Oh, coming off the newsstand near mint. I don't know. Get out of
here. They're reading the Golden Record reprint. They're not reading this.
There wasn't a Golden Record repick back then.
Yeah, at the time.
What are you talking about? What year is this? 40? What year is this?
This is 61.
61?
Oh, the reprint came 5 years later. So they read that one.
Yeah. 5 years later.
Yeah. I don't know. It's still
people buy it too. They're doing this thing. It's 61 at the newsstand. They're going like this. Looks like there's a tick. Looks like there's a tick.
Let me roll this comic and put it in my back pocket as I leave the store.
Maybe
get on my bike and sit on it.
Maybe this is one of those ones where they just read it and then stuck it in the wall while they were, insulating the house. Who knows?
Yeah, better yet, it was like, hey, they had a whole stack because they didn't have insulation. They're like, this Fantastic Four looks stupid. Here, let's use this insulation. Just put it in there, and it got domed up. That's a good Matt. I think you're right. That's how that happened. All right, fair enough.
A woman who turns invisible. Preposterous. This is going in the wall.
This is absurd.
Garbage.
More people.
She should be in the kitchen, not invisible.
Craziness. Anyway, all right, let's move on to our other notable sale, which is it's a personal favorite of mine. I've been watching this book forever. And this 9.8 that's been asking $3,000 forever finally sold.
Wow.
Best offer accepted of $1,800, which is still an all-time high for this. I think the highest one before this was like $1,700, so it's not a lot more, but still more. And this is a book that doesn't come up very
What year
often.
did this book come out again, Pete? 78?
This is 2012. This came out,
just checking.
Near when my son was born. But it's Purple Rain. It's a Prince homage. It's Snake Eyes.
It's also
Aaron
super
is creeping out in the background.
It's also super overdone now.
Oh yeah, they've killed this. They've put drilled this into the ground by now. But this was the original one that I wanted, and I just never got.
It is beautiful. It is a nice Snake Eyes.
Yeah, it's just a personal wish list book that I'm not paying this kind of money for a book like this personally, because I just want it for my own collection. I don't care about, I know it's tough, but I can't be throwing out $1,800 for a book that I just think is pretty. But it is what it is. It's still impressive.
Yeah, you can. You got that CBSI money. You're good.
As an employee, I'm still waiting to get paid. Just saying.
Yeah, you gotta keep on waiting, bro.
Yeah, you're all paying your own way in Baltimore. Remember that. There's no free rides here. No free lunch. Yeah. With that, let's get into the actual list.
Number 10.
Our book to kick off the list. An oldie.
Hey, you know what?
Not a goodie.
Some people have said they have trouble finding it, but in Guardians 23, they found it. Planet Clintar, the home of the symbiotes.
It exists.
Double entendre, hard to find.
We're at the point where location spec is hitting, because all things Nolan symbiotes is moving.
I love it, dude. Hey, listen, I'm all about first team up, second appearances, first costume, first planet. Like, those are awesome little, like, it's something that, I think sometimes people think I complain about the pandemic and people just getting screwed into buying crap. But I think it's fun that people will go out and dig those type of just milestone books, right? And it's not like this book is out of control. 20 cents, maybe $30 is a little bit too much for somebody donkey to pay for it. But $15 is a fair price. $10 to $15. It sounds very reasonable. You get to hunt out there. Somebody gets to sell something. Somebody gets to, transactions continue. It's fun. You look through boxes and find this book. It's not. Even though Joe said some people have a hard time finding
some people.
The planet Clitoris, the rest of us don't. So, it's easy to find things like this. Is that how you pronounce the planet's name?
Clintar.
Oh, Clintar. Sorry.
Clintar.
Well, my bad.
And you got to remember, a lot of the audience have never seen a Clintar planet ever. So it happens. They'll find this and they'll finally see it. Just saying.
And we haven't seen sales.
A magical moment.
Not just referring to the Virgin.
Yeah, like last week, I think there's like one or two, if any, of this book sold. So it's just, since yesterday's trailer, people are just buying up a ton of stuff.
It's cool, man. I love this stuff. I know people make fun of this type of stuff, but I'm serious. I love that these type of little books, like this is awesome. It's so fun. If you sell two at cons, you like it because, you're going through dollars and somebody says they found a $5 or $10 book too in your bins.
Yeah.
You got to be happy for that. Like, it's cool. Yeah, for sure. So good for them.
All right.
Let's
see what we got next, because I feel like we got a theme running this week.
Number 9.
And next.
Venom versus Carnage #2. First appearance of Toxin. This book went from 0 sales to a couple of sales this week. Average high of $45. High of 80. Venom. That's all everyone's talking about this week.
Yep.
Why?
Because this movie's going to make $2 billion.
No, it's
erroneous. Erroneous.
I mean, as much as the Venom movies get hate, they're not. I mean, they could be worse.
They make money.
It could be so much better.
It could be better too.
Yeah, I guess everything could be better though. But like in the grand scheme of things, it's not even in the bottom third of crappy comic book movies. And overall in movies, it's not even in the bottom half of movies that have come out in the last decade that are dog shit. So like, we can keep making fun of Venom as much as you want, but the average person is going to go out and watch this movie and enjoy it.
I hear you, but they just make some choices that again are just
okay.
Pointless.
Well,
like
we can cry about that and not have any movies at all.
Lobster tank to eat the lobsters. Like
okay,
that was unnecessary.
Fair. And we can complain about that. and not have comic book movies, or we could just say, yeah, it's better. It's better than Morbius. Yeah.
Hey, Morbius was good, all right.
Okay, it's
Hey, we
better
had
than
Doctor
Spider
Strange
Family
Eat-
people.
Eat that BM
I-
sandwich
I
and be
agree.
happy while
I
you're
agree
eating
with
it.
that.
No, it's not. It's not. That's over exaggerating, Joe. Be real. You know, I mean, like, I know the internet's the place for fake rage, but like the Venom movies as a whole might not be what we exactly imagined it to be in our head, but it's still a solid flick. I mean, I don't
Just
think you can
remember-
argue with that.
Just remember, we still have out there Ben Affleck's Daredevil and Elektra. Those are the two worst.
That is
Yep.
true. That is
Ever.
a fair point.
There's a couple people who played Catwoman too that
Oh yeah.
interesting takes on
I
that.
thought about
Interesting
that.
takes on that. Interesting
Oh.
takes on that. So.
Oh my whip, Catwoman.
And I know I'm joking about Venom not being great too, but at the same time, I am looking forward to Venom 3 more than I am Joker 2.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair.
Or nipples on Batman again.
I'm going to see it.
So we're gonna get Venom Horse, Venom Frog, Venom Cat.
Jesus. Venom rat eating pizza.
In the words of Dom, people like it.
Venom T-Rex.
People like it. People like
Yep.
it.
Venom Rex.
Venom
All
Rex.
Well, let's see if we got something else new next.
Number 8.
All right. Well, maybe not yet.
At number 8, we have Thor, God of Thunder, number 6. It's doing a little averaging of 40 sales, high of 60, CGC 9.8, going for 160. As we have the first appearance of the Necro Sword. It's interesting that they are bringing that Sony can use the Necro Sword since it was very much in Thor: Love and Thunder. Also interesting about this movie is they did our boy Gore pretty dirty. Are we gonna get Null done dirty too?
I don't know if I like
It's
the way
funny.
that sounded.
Null done dirty.
I don't think Null's getting done at all. I think most of the Null we're going to see.
We're getting Null's done dirty on Clintark.
No,
As it goes to show, no spec book is ever really dead. They all come
Well,
back
this
and
was
have their little
close
ways.
to it. This was down there for a while. This is like $15 last week. I saw some sales.
I mean, this
And
is
then-
literally specking on a sword.
Yeah, people just
See, this is
Yeah. Well, that's
okay.
probably-
Now, just as I said
We were
about number 10,
specking on
how
a
I like
mysterious
this.
planet a while back.
Yeah, this is what I don't like. When it's $60 to $40, people are wasting $160
For a
on
sword.
9/8 for a
Yeah.
sword. Yeah, I mean it's cool when it's like a $10 book or a $5 book. It's a difference when it's $40.
It was a good read too, by the way. But that's not
Yeah,
what.
but
people
this
buy.
fell far enough that you might be able to find this in a $10
Well, it's still.
box
I mean, honestly, from where it got to its real highs, it's still.
Yeah, that's true. It is still not quite where.
Dump them if you got them.
Not where it once was. But on that note, let's see what we got next at lucky number 7.
Number 7.
She's back.
Oh, I love this Sally cover. The Trinity Special, World's Finest One, the 1 in 50. It's a beautiful Sally cover. People like Trinity. It's moving up a little bit from where it was last week, averaging 140, high of 160. People like Trinity. I think people want to see who.
We'll
The
see
same
when we
people
get
that
for
like the
ongoing.
Super Sons.
Getting a new
I didn't know
title.
there was an owl in here.
The same people, that like the Super Sons, that like to see Damien, like to see Jonathan. You have a new addition to that to have some fun adventures, and you're going to get Trinity's origin in Wonder Woman 13. So there's a little bit of buzz around the character. It's a new character that they're
Who's the
pushing.
baby daddy?
I feel bad for Yara
Nobody.
Flor or whatever her name
I know
was.
that pisses me off because Yara Flor was a great character that they just threw by the wayside.
This is Yara Floor 2.0.
Put her in the bathroom.
6 months. We won't.
How else are they going to build across the Wonder Woman verse? You got to make sure you have plenty of Yara Flores and Trinities and Dianas and Donnas and
Fair enough. Fair enough. We
blonde
got to have
Donnas?
into the everybody verse eventually. Like everybody's going to have their multiple versions. But like Joe said, the price on this, surprisingly, is still inching up from where it was last week. So we'll see if it's hit its ceiling. I got to imagine it's got to be close to it, but who knows? You guys. just
Well,
love
apparently
throwing
people
money
love
out
it, so
there.
you never know.
People do.
People love it.
And it's just not
Ooh.
me. Damn it.
I don't know. Ask Dom. They love it.
Well, like I said,
Ooh,
people like
damn.
Super Sons. They want to see those younger adventures. They like Super Sons. They want to see the three of them have some adventures.
And the dynamic between the three have been great so far. So
Yeah. Anyway, all right, we'll move
read
on.
a comic, Marco. Damn it.
Yeah, we'll move on. We'll move on. Maybe something Marco has read before.
Number 6.
Because I'm pretty sure he's read this.
Yeah. So we've talked about before, facsimiles make books move, and here we go for a facsimile for 274 this week. 274 gets a little bit of a jump. We got a little bit of rogue ass on the cover too, which people always love. 20 plus sales, averaging $10 to $15, highs of 25. You know, I mean, Joe likes it because he still spanks off to the calendar cover of when Rogue was in the Savage Land, and he's like 60 now. So
I know where
really
Clintar is.
people really love this cover. They really love this cover. Yeah, that's all it is. That's the only reason it's moving.
Listen, there's some people out there that'll pay big money for rogue ass. All right.
That is true.
That is
That
true.
is true.
People love Rogue Savage Land. They're great covers, and there's a lot of
Even though I
exclusive
think
stuff out there for this, so that pushes the original.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
Rose, that's a flat ass to me. I'm just saying.
That is. It is
People love-
pretty flat. It is pretty flat.
Very flat.
But it's a book you could still
It's-
dig
it's
out
a-
of those
it's-
boxes.
it's a
And again, it's
fucking
not selling for a
cartoon.
ton. It's just got a little bit more movement this week.
A lot of people care.
It's not real.
Remember the
Not
cartoon?
real.
Where's her ass?
It's not real. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting to see one of these lower, like a lot of the times you see this facsimiles, they're on like huge key issues that kind of push up, or at least more popular than I think this cover. This kind of was a low trending cover that they were kind of redoing. So it is also good to see that it brings back the acknowledgement to like maybe dollar book fodder too.
Yeah. Something you can
Yeah.
still go and dig out there for cheap.
Definitely is.
If you want to
lead,
get the
man.
facsimile for like $4 or $5, you can probably get the original for $4 or $5 if you go out there digging.
Knife or use that see me.
Anyway, let's move on to our
Punisher
next
got
book.
the O's going on, huh?
Smoke rings.
Gandalf, my old friend. This will be a night to remember.
Number 5.
Here we go.
We got Venom number 3, the 1 in 25 Molina cover. This is selling at average of 220. CGC 98 hit 375. Venom, more Venom. I expect for the next coming weeks, just like the X-Men did for the list.
This is more null.
No.
Is anybody else disappointed that Del Toro didn't do this? Because I feel like the price of this book would be a lot higher if he did.
You mean Delato?
Or I mean Del
Yeah.
Toro. Sorry.
Like,
Del
he's
Toro.
Del Toro?
Del Toro. Who's
Del
Del
Toro.
Toro?
Sorry, I meant Delato. You're right. Thank you. Joe.
Yeah.
I just
He's
think like
directing the next movie?
because it seems a
Still
lot
dreaming
like
about Kazar from that last cover.
I was. Yeah. So this book just seems almost now generic. Like,
Well,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
But I think if
I remember
Well, you
when
just
this
more of the
came out, and
classic-
this was kind of hot out of the gate a bit. I remember at one of my LCSs at the time, Stormwatch out on the wall for like $50 the week.
$50.
came out,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, I don't want to pay $50 for a new 1 in 25. I was like, but I bet it's going to go up.
But that's what I'm
And-
saying. Like, if it was a Delato, you would have been like, oh, $50 Delato doing Venom, and there's a first appearance in it. That's a pretty good win situation there. And then the fact that, like, when you see this, it just seems, I'm just saying, and I'm not knocking the artist here because I think it's well done, but it just seems like every Venom cover is this cover. You know what I mean?
Well, because they've just made so many. I mean,
Right,
think about how
right.
many titles we got going on right now. You've got Separation Anxiety, you got Venom War going on, and you've got Edge of the Venomverse going. Like, how many titles can Venom carry? You're like,
Fair. I mean,
Apparently almost
I mean,
There's
that's
no
the truth.
Batman on a gargoyle.
Yeah, right. Thank you. That's exactly what I was saying. Yep. All right. I'm just asking.
yeah, but no, this was been pricey for a while, but it's still kind of pricey. And there were no sales last week, and then this week we've had like a half a dozen since yesterday. So people just woke up.
Wake up!
Just woke up a lot of people to go dig in their boxes and start listing some stuff. And with that said, let's get to our next one.
Number 4.
We've got more null.
All right, so I actually hate third prints. I have this third print, and I just refuse to sell it because I hate to sell third prints. However, this Venom #3 third print by Stegman is doing pretty well. It's the same thing. Very interesting point. We had the 1 in 25 there, right? If you look at the numbers of the 1 in 25 in this third print, it's actually trending almost in the same area. Prices on the 9.8 are very similar. They're $390 here. Your average is $210. There's nearly 20 total overall total sales of this third print. There's a lot of prints overall in this series because it
went to 4, I think.
4, yeah,
for this book.
He's on the cover.
Yes, this series, a bunch of the books went second, third, but this particular book, I think, went
this was the first appearance third print, as Joe mentioned. This was the first appearance third print. Era where it really got pretty big with it. Yeah. So there you go. Good to see this book moving because you got about 3 months, 4 months. When's this movie come out?
October, right?
A couple weeks.
And in a lot of circles, this is the more sought after cover.
Because he's on there.
Because he's on the cover. But it's just, I think a lot of people are already priced out of it, and nobody really wants to pay almost $400 for a modern book. But
but the 1 in 25 is at $340 already?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this book was hot before even the Knoll announcement.
Yeah.
Like this book always commanded a higher price than the cover first print but
actually, well, I don't want to break the list down, but I was just saying it's very interesting. Thank you for reiterating that, man.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
That said, let's get into our top
Necromancer Sword 2.
Number 3.
Now, I know I've told you all how much I don't care for these second print 1 in 25s, but I was shocked and surprised that Marvel actually put new cover art on an incentive second print.
Yeah. Look at all these
scuttling that they actually put new cover art. It's because this new team that showed up at the last page splash of this book, these outsiders or whatever this ragtag bunch of brand new mutants is, they had art, so they threw it on the cover.
More mutants. More mutants.
Are they?
And people decided, they want it because not a ton of sales, but still 110 on average with a high of 130 for a brand new 1 in 25 second print. That's only been out since Wednesday. It's been out 2 days. That's a lot of money.
Well, I mean, you just had the Knoll one we just talked about.
And that's the point. This is the Knoll kind of thing. This is the
Knoll
Captain Marvel on Captain Marvel 17, Ms. Marvel, whatever.
Yeah.
It's that second print, third print, first appearance kind of thing.
Yeah. All that nonsense. Which one of these do you think is going to be the one that actually they continue with, or at least try to push for?
None of them.
Yeah, you say that, Joe, but a lot of times when they do these groupings, there's always one that gets at least 3 years of play out of them. So
I don't know the magic Valkyrie mashup with the flaming horse.
That's what I was thinking. The Valkyrie mashup, with the flaming horse. The Ghost Rider Valkyrie mashup.
Yeah, the Ghost Rider.
Magic mixed in for fun. Yeah, that one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be the guy at the top in the shroud jumping.
Cloak 2.
You mean Cloak 2.0?
Yeah.
Mutant Cloak. Well, wait. No, Cloak is a mutant.
Cloak is a mutant. Yeah.
when this hit Midtown, it was like $80 for this. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
1 in 25.
Yeah. Right out of the gate. But they've been doing that. Even you brought up Midtown. They've done that with a lot of these where it's $60 to $80 for these 1 in 25s even before release. But hey, people are going to spend the money. They're going to keep doing it. They're going to keep selling.
Separate an idiot from their money.
But with that, we still got 2 left for you.
Number 2.
Yeah, at number 2, we have Amazing Spider-Man 36, the September 11th anniversary issue. John Romita interiors, 30 plus sales, averaging $60. CGC 9.8, selling for $150. We're on that time of year again where we remember the anniversary of September 11th, and this book usually sells very well at this time of year, and people remember it, and it's actually kind of a sought-after book, and it's hard to get in high grade because of that all-black cover, and some page warping and printer issues in the interiors as well, but it is one of those books that if you're an Amazing Spider-Man fan, it's probably one you definitely want in that collection because it's always it always catches a price bump this time of year.
Yeah, this time of year you're gonna get that bump.
Who's the cover artist in this?
Well, for
All
many out
black.
there, Thumbprints. Thumbprints.
It's
are the
Null.
cover artist.
Null is the cover artist on this
Oh,
book,
very good.
so that's actually a symbiote wrapping the book.
You sure it's not the new Cloak kid? Because it's just.
Could be that too. Dang it!
But it
Only I
is.
read comics.
Somebody looking for Clintar.
This cover artist is my new fit. He's definitely my favorite character.
Blank Man. No, not him. Anyway, we got one book left, so let's see what it is.
And our number one.
Hey, you probably figured it out by now. It's Null. Null. Ever since yesterday, that's all that seems to be moving, and this is the regular issue 3, first appearance of Null. This is, again, a book that's been kind of pricey for a little while now, so with a bunch of sales here this week that also includes some of the other printings. I didn't want to suss out like the 4th printing, which actually has the same cover, just recolored. But it's averaging $150 again, where it was down around $100 a week or so ago. So that still ain't cheap. But no.
Yeah, still not hitting the highs there that it used to, but like getting close. Yeah. Okay. People love this color.
I mean, we've covered it. I mean, this is the 3rd time this book in a different
What do you want us to
form
tell you about it?
is showing up.
Yeah. What do you want us to tell you about? People know this cover. They like this cover.
Listen, I was in the market for this book. I've been in the market for this book. And every time I'm like, I'm going to grab it. Something happens and it jumps in price. But I've learned my lesson with Venom movies. If you need any more of a lesson, just look at the price bump you got for the first appearance of Carnage when Venom Let There Be Carnage released. And then like 3 weeks after the movie came out, that book fell faster than an anvil off a bridge. So just, if you're in the market, you don't why go crazy right now? Just it's like we always say, you had to be there before, and if you're buying it now to sell it, you're not gonna
hold on though, Matt. This isn't the height of this book. You see what I'm saying? Like this isn't the highest price this book is. No, not well. The Raws used to sell for $300 at 1.310.
Well, yeah.
And now 9.8s are doing it where the 9.8, of course, would only get up to like the 420 range, but like, yeah, this book's never going to be a dollar bin.
No,
I agree
never.
with what you're saying, but
absolutely,
like, it's not going to have the same fall. Like, it hasn't hit its height yet. It is going to hit probably a height sooner than later, obviously, but like, it hasn't hit there yet. But yeah, be cautious about your pricing and know where it's going to come in.
But I mean, you could wait a few weeks and probably get this book for, 110 versus 150 bucks.
Okay, yeah.
We gotta wait till the movie to see whether we're getting a Null tease.
Yeah, well,
right.
that's what I mean. The movie comes out in a few weeks, so
because
we'll see.
We all speculate that it's just what we've seen is what we're going to see. Like, we're not going to actually see Null in the movie because we would have had an actor cast or announced for it a long time ago.
So.
Yeah, I'm just saying though that like sometimes with some of these, like I've talked to some people there and they said exactly that. Like, why would you buy this right now? What time? Well, it's still cheaper than the last time I remembered when I went to go look at it to buy. It's only at this point right now where it's $150 on average for it. All right, fair. Whatever you want to do.
That is fair. But also remember the last time it was more based on MCU spec rather than Sony movie.
Yeah, and
spec.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. Hey, I'm just
saying, limit ceiling might be a bit lower this time.
lower, covering the bases. Yep.
That's all. But regardless,
we're getting the sword.
Now, if it's a tease and we're actually going to get the meat and potatoes of Null in like Spidey 4 or 5, then this book's going to go nuclear.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But we don't know anything yet. So.
Or some space crossover with Thor's coming back or some nonsense like that. Right. Yeah, that's why. Very good. I just wanted to put that out there.
But
don't buy shit at heights.
That's our list. So make sure you all stick around. Boys coming up next.
You're trying to find some chick that looks like that at a fucking con.
Yeah,
you're out of your fucking mind, bro.
We're doing a mini spotlight on Cedric Villot, and that's Cedric.
There you go. All right, excellent.
And then we're also going to talk about some of the books when we're in Baltimore that we're going to be hunting for.
Is Villot going to be there in Baltimore?
Villot? No, not that I'm aware of. But he has some hot books coming out. And just had some good covers. So Do a little mini spotlight.
Gee, let's look at the thumbnail and see who's looking for what book. I'm gonna say Styx is going for Doctor Who.
Okay.
Bruce is looking for Batman. Joe Vampirella and Dom the Star Wars book.
Nope.
No.
Jedi is looking for the Frazetta Vampirella.
Oh, that's. I guess I didn't even see Jedi.
I'm looking for
Jedi is like incognito in the front.
Jedi's not going though. How's he gonna hunt context when
You hide that beard, and Jedi's like a different person.
He's going to some local cons in Hawaii, so it's just kind of what we're looking for when we go to cons for our personal collection. So.
Fair enough.
Good stuff. Can't wait.
Stick around for that next.
Hey, by the way, he's not just looking for Star Wars. Stick around to figure out which specific Star Wars version of a book that Dom is looking for. Spoiler, not spoiler list.
Fair enough. And with that, we'll see you all next week